We have a very, very special day coming up. You know, we have a lot of them during this term. I got the Olympics to come in, and I got the World Cup to come in.
Donald Trump's worst nightmare is becoming a reality as the world is boycotting the FIFA World Cup in the United States.
U.S. hotels were expecting from the World Cup may not happen, according to CoStar, the leading benchmarking and analytics firm for the industry. The U.S. hotel industry is concerned about the impact of the World Cup due to uncertainty over international fan attendance.
This beautiful game is fast turning uglier in the United States as it prepares to host the 2026 World Cup alongside Mexico and Canada. The growing sentiment is not that of excitement, it's hesitation and fear from fans, from hotels expected to host said fans, and from the global market itself. According to recent reporting from The Guardian, Reuters, and other credible sources, hotels are swiftly cutting prices, not because demand is too high, but because there isn't any.
Today on Forbes, the U.S. hotel industry is starting to worry about the World Cup. Due to ongoing economic uncertainty, geopolitical tension, and a prolonged so-called, quote, Trump slump causing a drop in international visitors, the significant boost U.S. hotels were expecting from the World Cup may not happen, according to CoStar, the leading benchmarking and analytics firm for the industry. The U.S. hotel industry is concerned about the impact of the World Cup due to uncertainty over international fan attendance. A FIFA analysis last year projected a $30.5 billion economic boost and 185,000 jobs this year, assuming millions of international tourists would flock to the tournament. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has repeatedly stated that World Cup tickets sold out quickly, yet some U.S. fans received emails in February offering a 48-hour window to purchase tickets. Freeman questioned if the Trump administration's tourism dampening policies, like the $250 visa integrity fee and proposed social media history requirement for some travelers, would continue.
Hotels across host cities are slashing room rates, whereas FIFA have already cancelled tens of thousands of reserved rooms. And one hotel executive put it plainly, people's desire to come to the United States right now is down. I wonder why.
Iran is a very bad regime. No discussion about that. I disagree with them on a lot of topics. But I don't believe that we will fix the situation just by bombings or by military operations. Look at what happened with this type of operation in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Libya. We never delivered. Never. Even after 20 years. So you have to respect the sovereignty of people. If people want to change a regime, they want to react, step up, they can do so.
War, chaos, violence, and more unsafe world comes to mind. But if we're being honest, that's also the world that we're living in now. With the UN. So my friends across the street worry that with President Trump's peacemaking,
could it be the fear of being apprehended by ICE agents? Could it be the mere fact that you'll need to fork out hundreds of dollars for what was once a $12 ticket to MetLife from Penn Station? We'll touch on that bullshit in a minute. Or could it be that despite what Donald Trump has projected time and time again, the USA is not the hottest, nor are they the most respected country on earth? People are not only boycotting the competition partially held in the US at staggering rates, but of those who are coming, they're expressing fear. Because internationally, the US is not seen as welcoming, stable, or easy to travel to. Instead, analysts have pointed to the fact that anti-American sentiment has been, quote, made worse by the Iran war.
And it is this remarkable back and forth we want to talk about still more this morning that we've really never seen before. The president versus the Pope. Pope Leo is responding today to President Trump's extraordinary attack on him. Here's a quote from President Trump just yesterday, calling Pope Leo, quote, weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. The Pope, traveling today, responded, speaking to reporters.
I have no fear of neither the Trump administration nor speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel. And that's what I believe. I am called to know what the church is called to do. We're not politicians. We're not opinions to make foreign policies with the same perspective that we might understand it. But I do believe that the message of the gospel, blessed are the peacemakers, is the message of the Lord needs to be. Thank you very much for clarifying.
And speaking of that war, right, that Trump continues to claim is being won, just as it was several times back in March, I wanted to share a bit of anecdotal evidence here. So my family was set to travel to the United States to support our native Scotland reaching the World Cup finals for the first time since 1998. It would be the most Scottish thing ever if we did all that and then the tournament didn't go ahead. My family were just told their flights were cancelled a month and a half before they were supposed to leave, with the airline openly citing that the reason was the price of fuel due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Can you imagine the price they'll have to pay for flights now at this stage? And more airlines are following suit. They just can't afford to travel to the United States, which could signal disaster because the World Cup depends on millions of international visitors. If they don't come, the entire economic model starts to break. And even for those who do come, well, the experience isn't set to be a welcoming one.
What the you pushing me for no what the you off. No, you come to America and do that. You off. No, it's a free country, you know? It's fine, don't go take the constitution. Motherfucker. Piece of over. Get out of here! It's a game! It's a football! This is a game! This is a soccer game!
Take transportation in New Jersey, where the final will be held, by the way. According to the New Jersey Transit, round-trip train tickets are now $150, up from around $12.90 normally. That's more than 1,000% increase. This isn't just expensive, it's restrictive and outright obscene. Newly elected Governor Mickey Sherrill swiftly blamed FIFA.
You may have seen some recent headlines about transportation costs for World Cup games in New Jersey. So let me tell you exactly where things stand. Our administration inherited an agreement where FIFA is providing $0 for transportation to the World Cup. Zero. That leaves New Jersey Transit with a $48 million bill to safely get 40,000 fans to and from every game. At the same time, FIFA is making $11 billion off of this World Cup and charging fans up to $10,000 for a single ticket for the final. I won't stick New Jersey's commuters with that tab for years to come. That's not fair. So here's the bottom line. FIFA should pay for the rides, but if they don't, I'm not going to let New Jersey commuters get taken for one.
How much are the hotels going for near the stadium?
Yeah, for a whopping $8,500 per night. That's the end of the range. Hotels in Secaucus and East Rutherford, those are the towns closest to MetLife Stadium. They're ranging from $370 up to that $8,500 price tag. It is going to be difficult to find a deal so close to the stadium. For example, one motel close by, the Red Roof Inn in Secaucus, normally charges around $173 per night for a spring weekend. But for those staying the weekends of the World Cup matches, the cost is $410.
And other lawmakers echoed it after the New York Times reported that despite the standard fare being around $12.90, we would see such an increase. The governor, who entered office at the beginning of this year, said that she wouldn't tolerate price gouging for fans. And FIFA, being, the reputable organization that it is, said it was surprised at the price hike and insisted, quote, they've worked for years with host cities on transportation and mobility plans, including advocating for millions of dollars in federal funding to support host cities for transportation. Right, FIFA, the organization for the people. I mean, just look at how the city of Rio benefited from hosting the World Cup there. But the thing is, also, the Trump administration, they're adamant that the World Cup will still be an overwhelming success. And if it's not, I'm sure they'll find a way to blame Biden.
FIFA may ask Trump to pause immigration and customs enforcement raids during the tournament this summer, The Athletic reported. Aaron Ryan, director of industry studies at research group Tourism Economics, agreed, saying that pre-existing anti-U.S. sentiment amid the second Trump administration has been made worse by the Iran war. I'm seeing a lot of people start to panic and lower their rates. Scott Yesner, founder of Philadelphia-based short-term rental and boutique hotel management company Bespoke Stay, told the publication. The Daily Beast contacted FIFA for comment, and they did not comment. And then, of course, FIFA gave Donald Trump that ridiculous peace prize back in a few months ago. And then Donald Trump just said, you know what, I'm going to invade the entire world and I'm going to commit this war crime and that war crime. Donald Trump, the war criminal now, as Jorgen Naudit explained back on March 22nd, 2026, when Donald Trump posted the following. Jorgen Naudit said, "Do you have a ticket for the World Cup in the USA? Sell it." Donald Trump posted back on March 22nd. Last month, he goes, "On Monday, ICE will be going to airports to help our wonderful TSA agents who have stayed on the job despite the fact that the radical left Democrats who are only focused on protecting hardline criminals who have entered our country are endangering the USA. They will do a fantastic job." So yes, as Aaron Rupar explains, enjoy the World Cup. Visitors from around the world, I hope you don't end up in El Salvador because Donald Trump kidnaps people in the United States.
And it ties into something broader, right? Because the same factors showing up here regarding the World Cup are the same ones that we've seen elsewhere. Allies distancing themselves from this administration, tourists hesitating, and markets reacting negatively. The World Cup makes it more visible of the damage Trump is doing to the reputation of the country that he claims to love so dearly. And the biggest sporting event in the world isn't just at risk of being too expensive to afford. It's at risk of being an epic failure in the United States.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.